You are welcome to Tuga Media TV. Enjoy this story to strengthen your faith in any situation. YouTube story narration script. A young lady, Brony, appears on screen, smiling softly as she reflects on her journey. The camera slowly zooms in as the narration begins. Sometimes life takes us on a path we never expect, a path filled with waiting, uncertainty, and challenges. But the greatest lessons in life are often born from these struggles. This is the story of Brony, a young woman who found love, faced ridicule, endured years of waiting, and was blessed in a way she never imagined. It is a story of faith, patience, and the powerful belief that everything happens in God's perfect time. Brony was a vibrant young woman, loved by everyone in her village. She was known for her kindness, her beautiful heart, and her infectious smile. It didn't take long for her to catch the eye of a young man named Kwame Babini. Kwame was strong, intelligent, and had a heart full of ambition. The two of them were a match made in heaven, and the whole village could see that their love was special. They were married in a beautiful ceremony, surrounded by family, friends, and the whole village. Their union was a joyful occasion, and everyone had high hopes for them. But like many newlyweds, Brony and Kwame Babini had dreams of starting a family. They dreamed of having children who would carry on their legacy and fill their home with love. Little did they know that their dreams would be tested in ways they could not have imagined. As the years passed, Brony began to feel the weight of unfulfilled hopes. She had always dreamed of being a mother, but despite trying, no child came. The silence in her home seemed to grow louder with each passing month. It was a pain that was invisible to most, but one that lived deeply in her heart. Friends and relatives chat joyously around her, but Amma's smile is strained. In the background, a few of her friends whisper and giggle, casting knowing glances her way. At first, her friends and family tried to offer comfort. They told her to be patient, that things would happen in time. But as the years went by, the whispers started. The jokes, the teasing, the comments. Isn't it time for Brony to have children? What's wrong with her? The words were like daggers aimed at her heart. With each passing day, the pressure mounted, and Brony's faith began to waver. She prayed, she hoped, she waited, but the pain of being childless felt like an insurmountable mountain. How much longer could she bear the pressure, the taunts, the teasing? Was God listening? Was her faith strong enough to endure this trial? These were the questions that plagued her mind every day. One day, while Brony was walking through the village, a stranger approached her. A man in his late 40s, dressed simply but with a serene aura. It was during one of these dark moments, as Brony walked through the village, that she met someone who would change her life. A man she had never seen before, an old prophet. His eyes were kind but filled with wisdom beyond years. He approached her gently, as though he knew her struggles, though they had never spoken before. The prophet and Brony sit together in a quiet spot, the sun setting behind them. The prophet speaks to her with compassion, while Brony listens attentively. The prophet spoke to her, saying, Brony, I see your pain. I see your heartache, but I also see your strength. God has heard your prayers. He has not forgotten you. Do not be discouraged, for He is the creator of the heavens and the earth, and His plans for you are greater than you can imagine. The prophet lays his hands on Brony's shoulders and prays with deep conviction. He prayed for her with a deep faith that seemed to move the heavens themselves. You will not be barren, Brony. In God's time, He will bless you with a child, and it will be a testimony to the power of His promise. Brony returns home, a new light in her eyes. The next few months are filled with a renewed sense of peace as she waits with hope. Time passes, and the seasons change once more. After that day, something changed within Brony. Her faith, which had once been shaken, was now strong again. She waited, not with impatience or doubt, but with trust. She believed in God's timing. It was not easy, but she found peace in knowing that her waiting was not in vain. Brony visits the doctor, her face filled with joy as she receives some unexpected news. A year later, Brony's life changed in the most unexpected way. She visited her doctor for a routine checkup and received news that left her speechless. She was pregnant, but not just with one child. No, Brony was carrying triplets. Ama Brony is surrounded by her family and friends who are ecstatic as they learn about her pregnancy. Everyone's joy is palpable. The news spread like wildfire. The same people who had once whispered and mocked her were now in awe of what God had done. Ama Brony, the woman who had once been barren, was now blessed with not one, but three beautiful children. Ama Brony is in the delivery room, holding three babies in her arms, tears streaming down her face as she thanks God. When the babies were born, the entire village celebrated. Ama Brony's heart overflowed with gratitude as she looked at her beautiful triplets. She had waited, trusted, and believed in God's timing. And now, the miracle had happened. A large crowd gathers at a church, where Ama Brony stands at the pulpit, holding her three children in her arms. The congregation is eager to hear her story. Ama Brony's story became a powerful testimony, not just in her village, but beyond. She shared her journey of faith, pain, patience, and perseverance. She told the world how, after 10 long years of waiting, God had blessed her with the greatest gift she could ever imagine. Ama Brony speaking to the crowd, her voice steady and filled with conviction. I want to encourage everyone here today who is going through a season of waiting. It is not easy, and the pain may seem unbearable at times, but trust in God's plan for you. He has not forgotten you. His timing is perfect, and when He answers, it will be more than you could have ever asked for. I waited 10 years, but God gave me triplets. I am here to tell you that your waiting is not in vain. The crowd erupts in applause, some wiping tears from their eyes, moved by Ama Brony's faith and courage. Ama Brony's testimony touched many hearts. People from all walks of life, from every corner of the village and beyond, were inspired by her story. She proved that patience, trust, and faith in God can move mountains. What seemed impossible was made possible because she never gave up. In the village, showing Ama Brony, Kwame Bibini, and their three children playing together in the yard. The sun sets in the background, symbolizing the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Ama Brony's story is a reminder that no matter how long the wait or how great the trials, there is always hope in trusting God. His promises are true, and His timing is perfect. Ama Brony waited, she prayed, and she trusted. And in the end, God gave her more than she could have ever imagined. Ama Brony looks up to the sky with a grateful smile, her heart at peace. Sometimes the greatest miracles happen when we least expect them, but they always happen when we choose to wait, trust, and believe in the Creator of the universe. It pays to be patient. It pays to trust. It pays to wait on God. Thanks for watching Tuga Media TV.